Alright, hello, and welcome to another Looney Tunes ranking video. This time it's Sylvester in the spotlight. Originally this was going to be a top 10, but it was just so hard to narrow it down to a favourite 10, I just had to include 5 more shorts, so you get a top 15 instead. I still felt bad missing out a few that easily could have made it into this list. There are just so many great Sylvester shorts. There are a few rules for the shorts that do qualify though. Firstly, it has to be a cartoon from the original run of the series, which was 1930 to 1969. And Sylvester has to be the star or co-star of the short, which for me ruled out Scarlet Pumpernickel, a fantastic Daffy Duck adventure with multiple cameos, and the brilliant Kitty Cornered, a Bob Clampett masterpiece, which was very high in my Porky Pig ranking. And again, this is my own silly opinion, based on my own experiences and feelings towards these shorts, and personal preferences of what I find funny. But, with all that intro nonsense out the way, let's start off with number 15.
If you don't stop that pacing, you'll wear a groove through the floor. Shut up and mind your own business.
We start with 1961's The Last Hungry Cat, directed by Friz Freleng, one of many Tweety and Sylvester pairings we'll see on this list. A fantastic murder mystery parody, with fantastic shadow work and lighting. My love for true crime is a big reason this makes it onto the list, with Sylvester believing he has eaten and therefore murdered Tweety.
Sardines and milk wouldn't have done it. You had to commit murder. Murder? That's silly. Ridiculous. Murder.
We even see an Alfred Hitchcock parody, which is apparently a bear. I didn't pick up on this, although it is more clearer on the HD version of this short. The anxiety we see from Sylvester hits close to home, especially his inability to sleep. I've been there many a time, especially when I have something important the next day.
Conscience makes cowards of us all.
Ah, shut up!
Good evening.
I thought I saw a putty cat. I did saw a putty cat.
In 14th spot, we have All a Bird from 1950, a short directed by Friz Freleng. It's Sylvester and Tweety on a train. Of course it's going to be enjoyable. Remember when America used to have a railway network? This would be one of many Looney Tunes shorts to revolve around train travel. There is something satisfying about watching a train in classic animation.
Ah, what are you looking for, a fat lip?
You get classic jokes such as the timeless train tunnel gag, but possibly my favourite and most unexpected was Sylvester cutting a hole in the train only for Hector to jump out. I also loved this piece of animation where Sylvester skulks away after being caught. It's great character animation.
Give me my little Tweety bird. I missed him so.
Yes, here you are, madam.
Yappity, yap. I can't get a word in edgeways. Talk. But no wonder you're not sharp. You gotta always listen. Shut up!
In 13th spot, we have Crowing Pains, a 1947 Bob McKimpson short, adding Sylvester into the familiar Barnyard crew, with Foghorn Leghorn and Henry Hawk. Funnily enough, the opening title suggests that Henry is the star of the short. But after this, his star power really did fade, while Foghorn and Sylvester's grew astronomically. I wish they tried this dynamic a few more times. Sylvester and Foghorn have great chemistry. I even quite like Sylvester's chonkier appearance. which is how he would appear in McKimpson shorts. As you would expect with Foghorn, it is a very dialogue heavy short. I'm sure I'll get to a top 10 Foghorn in due time. McKimpson would go on to use Sylvester a lot more, but pairing him alongside Hippity Hopper, which I was always more mixed on.
I just takes a step and presto, I lays an egg.
Presto, and he lays an egg. And to think, for 15 years I've been doing it the hard way.
Arriba! Andere! Arriba! Andere!
In 12th, we have Speedy Gonzales, a 1955 short directed by Friz Frelin. The first short with Speedy's redesign into his now more recognisable appearance. And his first appearance alongside El Gringo Pussycat, Sylvester. This was one of many Oscar wins for shorts starring Sylvester, being the most successful Looney Tunes character, with 3 wins overall and 5 other nominations, with Bugs only picking up 1 win, and rather typically Daffy has 0, and wasn't even nominated once. This short is worthy of its Oscar win though, although Speedy was never my favourite character, mostly due to the lower quality shorts from the later years. This was still peak Looney Tunes though, Friz being the master of timing with Speedy finding all kinds of new and inventive ways to avoid Sylvester.
Now just try and get all the cheese.
In 11th place we have Catty Cornered, a 1953 short directed by Friz Frelin. I always found Rocky to be one of the best villains, with him being a genuine threat, an actual gangster who's willing to shoot at Tweety, despite being the one holding him for ransom. It's nice to see the formula switched up for a typical Sylvester and Tweety short, finding new ways to use Tweety's catchphrase, with it being Rocky and his pal Nick saying it this time.
Hey, boss, I thought I tore a putty tat. You did to your putty tat.
Sylvester not entirely being the main antagonist is also a breath of fresh air. Even though he does actually want to catch Tweety to eat him, there is a mix-up with Tweety, Rocky, and in the end the tabloids all thinking Sylvester's trying to save Tweety.
Oh, there you are, Putty. Oh, hide me, quick.
Here, hide here. They'll never find you in here.
Oh, thank you. Not so hard.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a Lapazoo buck dance, swing dance. We'll be back.
Inside the top 10 now we have Tree for Two, a 1952 short directed by Friz Frelin. This time Sylvester is paired alongside Chester and Spike, 2 dog characters which were used sparingly.
The pussycat's gonna scratch me. Ah, go on, scratch me. Go ahead, scratch me. I dare you to scratch me.
The short opens with shots of a panther, which has escaped from the local zoo. We even see this short takes place on February 2nd, 1951, and the newspaper was only 5 cents. Although, probably still 5 cents too much in all truth. The panther leads to a case of mistaken identity, with Spike thinking it's Sylvester, and Chester bemused as he never encounters the panther, and easily beats up Sylvester. I remember actually being pretty terrified of the panther when I was young.
I see your cowardly yellow eyes and I'm a-coming in after you. Cat, big.
In 9th place we have Canned Feud, a 1951 short, again directed by Friz Freleng, pairing Sylvester alongside this annoying little rodent, who is possibly the same mouse from Rhapsody Rabbit and Stooge for a Mouse. Whereas in most shorts, Sylvester is 100% the antagonist, chasing Tweety for his own greed, in this one I think he is justified. He just wants the damn can opener to get to his kiddie food.
Come on, come on, come on!
It's fast, it's frenetic, and it's classic cat and mouse antics. So many great gags, it's hard to pick a favourite. But the whole saw cutting scene is iconic. I'm not sure if other people like this short as much as me, but I do consider it one of the best.
I got it! I got it!
Kiss the little birdie. Come on, Sylvester. Kiss the little birdie. Got it! Let him go! Got him! Got him!
In 8th spot we have Gift Wrapped, a 1952 short directed by Friz Freleng. The perfect short to watch during the Christmas season. It even opens with a warm fuzzy intro to melt your heart, before Christmas morning comes and all the kids are all causing chaos, trying to eat each other and ruin Christmas. At least that's how Christmas goes in Granny's house.
I wonder what old Chris Kringle brung me. For me! Oh, boy! A rubber mouse? Why couldn't I get something practical? Like a real mouse?
There is just something so nostalgic about a Christmas-themed cartoon. Seeing Tweety sitting on the train set circling around the tree, and the wonderful colours of the baubles. This is the first short where Irvina took over as background artist from Paul Julian, and although there is less detail, the colours really do have that warm feeling.
Shish kebab.
Aha! You didn't count on Pocahontas, did you, Geronimo?
Good night, little birdie, sweet dreams. And Thomas, remember, no tricks.
In 7th position we have Tweety Pie, a 1947 short directed by Friz Freleng. This short is highly significant for multiple reasons. It's the first pairing of Tweety and Sylvester, although Sylvester is named Thomas in this short, with him still being in his prototype phase.
Thomas! What are you hiding there? The other one! So, that's it.
But it's also the first short from Warner Brothers to earn an Oscar for Best Animated Short Film. Again, well deserved. It is a big reason Sylvester would go on to be used a lot more often. Tweety had been toned down from his first few shorts, where he was more sadistic, with everything coming together to create the beginning of a long-standing rivalry. It's one of a few Sylvester and Tweety shorts where Sylvester is mute. This leads to fantastic animation to portray Sylvester's emotions, something Friz's team were masters of.
The head, on the head. Here, stupid, on the head.
In 6th place we have Kit for Kat, a short directed by... guess who? Friz Freleng, of course. It does share similarities with Hair Force, a Bugs Bunny short from 1944. However, this time it's a battle of two kitties, with Sylvester and a cute kitten both wanting to escape the freezing cold. But Elmer only has room in his heart for one cat, and it's clear he loves kittens. I mean, who doesn't?
Please save a frostbitten feline from a frozen fate.
Oh my goodness gracious, a poor half-frozen pussycat.
Sylvester therefore tries his best to make sure the kitten seems like a horrible house guest. Elmer is a lot more patient than most hosts though, Considering how much damage and pain the two cats put him through, it's crazy how long it goes before he'll kick them out. There is a great twist ending to this one though, where it's Elmer who ends up being kicked out the house after all that ruckus.
If I hear just one more sound out of you, just one more peep, just so much as one tiny little peep, out you go. And that's my final warning.
Wait, what the? Is this the Sylvester?
In 5th place we have Claws for Alarm, a 1954 short directed by, is that right? Chuck Jones! Someone other than Friz Freleng made it on this list. I mean, Friz did basically direct all the Tweeties and Sylvesters, so obviously his name would appear a lot more. But Chuck Jones did this trilogy of shorts with Porky and Sylvester, and I've made it clear in the past, I adore this trilogy.
Oh, cut it out. Of all the nonsense.
This one, of course, is the second one. Porky's naivety and Sylvester's fantastic expressions, the use of shadows make this one a treat for the eyes. There's always something to admire, whether it's a background image or the genius way Sylvester is able to show so much emotion without saying a single word. And it's honestly a pretty scary watch, with the giant spiders as well as the piercing green eyes. I mean, it's not going to make you scream with terror, this is Looney Tunes after all. But for a Looney Tunes cartoon, this is about as scary as it does get, and it's very well done.
You know, I think we'll just stay here for a week or 10 days and get really rested up. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and the deer and the antelope, and the deer and the antelope, and the deer and the antelope.
That'll fix that crazy cat. Now maybe I can get some sleep.
In 4th spot is Back Alley Uproar, a 1948 short directed by Friz Freleng, pairing Sylvester as a noisy nuisance cat up against a tired Elmer Fudd. This is very much a musical masterpiece, with Sylvester performing many classical songs, driving Elmer completely bonkers.
Some Sunday morning is going to be some Sunday morning for someone and me.
That'll keep you quiet.
Bells will be chiming.
Elmer being one of the few characters that Sylvester can outsmart and come out on top against, although Elmer himself gives as good as he gets. This short was actually a colour remake of 1941's Porky Pig short Notes to You, but it vastly improves on the original, with much better gags, timing and a better sound. The twist ending as well, with Elmer accidentally blowing himself up, only to find out Sylvester of course has 9 lives, and are all ascending to heaven with him. It's one of the best ending gags from any Looney Tunes short.
As we sang our song,
In the top 3 now we have Canary Row, a 1950 short directed by Friz Freleng. This for me is the quintessential classic Sylvester, Tweety and Granny pairing. It stands out for many reasons. In fact, it was Granny's first appearance with Sylvester and Tweety. Adding in the Granny character to protect Tweety was a masterpiece. It meant Sylvester would have to come up with even more inventive and ingenious ways to try and catch Tweety.
now what you pulled that putty cat up to now?
This one has some of the best slapstick you'll find in any Looney Tunes short, from Granny hiding in Tweety's cage, to Sylvester swallowing a bowling ball. Everything just works. It's not exactly story heavy, but it doesn't have to be. When the short is this funny, that's all that matters. It's quite possibly the funniest Sylvester short in the entire history, and that's why it's number 3.
I thought I saw a putty cat. You did? Did-ta, a pussycat.
Now I won't be able to get the bird.
Oh, Mr. Pussycat, don't you like me anymore?
I think you're delicious!
In second place we have Birds Anonymous from 1957, directed by Friz Frelin, the third and final Sylvester short to get an Academy Award. It shares similar themes to The Last Hungry Cat, which was number 15 in this list. In fact, I often get mixed up with which parts were in which short, as they both deal with Sylvester's insomnia.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
After years of chasing Tweety, Sylvester is convinced to give up the bird and go cold turkey, with him vowing to never eat another bird again. Rather than typical gag-based shorts, this one deals with more serious topics, dealing of course with addiction. Canary Row is the funniest Tweety in Sylvester, but this one has the best storytelling. So far we have gone through 14 fantastic shorts, but there are so many more that could have made this list. So before I reveal the number 1 spot, here are a few honourable mentions that didn't quite make the top 15.
Get away from here and stop making all that noise, or I'll have you transferred to the sticks. Meow.
You bad old putty tot.
I love this quiet old house. It's so quaint and so quiet.
So here we go. In at number 1 we have Scaredy Cat from 1948, directed by Chuck Jones. I've said before how much I adore this short, and it was close. I had Birds Anonymous as my number 1 for a little while, but after watching Scaredy Cat again, I just had to put this one at number 1. It's got everything, from genuine horror to fantastic gags, and a great story.
And just what were you going to do with that anvil?
With the twist ending where Sylvester, although for once being the hero, does get a bonk on the head. Sylvester being so adaptable to any situation was key to him becoming one of the most used and beloved characters. This was the first of 3 shorts with him and Porky finding themselves in danger. There's a reason this one is included in so many DVD and Blu-ray releases. It's quite simply a perfect Looney Tunes short.
You're trying to work on my sympathies, huh? It will avail you not. You're going into that kitchen if I... It must be a big rat and mice.
But there we go. That was my top 15 Sylvester cartoons. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which ones did I miss out, and which ones are your favourites? It was so difficult to narrow it down, and I know there are many great ones that were not in this video. But that's all, folks. So take care, and leave me alone.
You bad old peeking tomcat.